It is a younger offensive line unit, and so the more you can get the ball into his hands early and often to let him do his thing, the better it's going to be for this Copper Hills offense.
And he's got two quarterbacks to work with. We'll get into that, a sophomore and a junior, and they're both really productive right now. Neither guy's been able to lock down every snap in this game, right? All right, now let's switch and take a look here at Hunter, and let's look at their sophomore running back, Ryder Paella, just a sophomore. The team's having a little problem throwing the ball, so people are able to load up against the run, but he's still found a way to be effective as a sophomore.
He has, and this is a program that is a proud tradition at the running back position. Paella, part of a team that has a lot of returning starters, 12 overall with both sides of the ball, but this is a group that really rides on Ryder to be productive, to move the ball, move the chains, and again, this Hunter program trying to establish an identity and figure out who they are.
Well, it'll be interesting to see now that these teams have played a couple of games, they're scouted. How does that change things? Because at this point in the season, teams are going to be much better prepared for you than they were in week 1 and week 2. We're going to take a break. When we come back, the opening kickoff as Hunter visits Copper Hills right here on KSLSports.com and the KSL Sports app.
Come on over here, get closer. Let me show you these trailers we got. Big dump, small dump, get the gooseneck. Loaded up with an ATV trailer. Flatbed, aluminum. Tilt trailers. Come check out these trailers.
Welcome back to Copper Hills High School. Beautiful summer night, little cloud cover, keeping things cool here. No shadows on the field in this one. The wind pretty good. Coming out of the south, and the flag in the north end zone tells us it is moving right to left. As you watch it on TV, Hunter is going to have the wind at their back. It's a nice breeze, not what we saw for that Harriman Bountiful game. that thing was blowing. That was gale force winds.
Yeah.
This is a nice breeze keeping things cool, but it's still a little something for Hunter at their back here.
Yeah, it would have been a much different song if Sam Spence had wrote about the August winds in Utah as opposed to the autumn wind and the Raiders, but again, that wind can shift often. The weather pattern lately has been unpredictable at best, and we have a beautiful night so far in front of us. It'll be a great night of high school football. I still think that Utah stands undefeated in terms of views, scenic views for stadiums.
Certainly a gorgeous view here at Copper Hills High. Shadows on the mountains, although the top of Mount Olympus is peeking out. There's our opening kickoff. It's a line drive fielded by the Upman at about the 15-yard line. And a big return out to midfield and just across midfield. A great field position for Copper Hills as they get started. Anthony Alvarado with a good return as he caught that line drive. That thing almost speared him.
Yeah, like an outfielder, just fielded it right with his chest and didn't hesitate, found the blocking, cut up outside, able to get a big gain and a fantastic starting field position for this Copper Hills offense, which features I'm always going to talk about the offensive line. You say the Union's well represented. A young but talented group.
For Copper Hills, 1st and 10, they start at the Hunter 49-yard line. And they are going to run it in a nice hole, and a first down and a touchdown saving tackle. Good run right up the middle. That was Gafoy Nkoy right there with an excellent tackle at the 36-yard line.
Yeah, definitely saved the touchdown on that one. Copper Hill's up and ready to roll.
They are going to go right back to the ground. Ryder Mitchell again through the line. Breaks one tackle down to the 15. Nothing fancy. 2 carries, 34 yards. And they are in the red zone. And the Grizzlies threatening to take an early lead here in the opening minute.
Early gap struggles for this Hunter defense. We'll see if they can correct it here.
1st and goal, they'll go play action. They're going to throw to the end zone, broken coverage, wide open. Caught, waiting for a signal, touchdown. Touchdown, the senior James Glade, his second score of the year. It took 32 seconds for Copper Hills to take the lead. A 3-play, 49-yard drive.
1 QB, 2 QB, doesn't matter for this Copper Hills offense as they march down the field and 3 plays and a nice little fade ball in the end zone for the tutty. The Grizzlies roaring here early with the first score of the game.
On for the point after, Lincoln Anderson. Kick is up, and it is good, and it's 7-0. Copper Hills will take a timeout and be back with the Skin Science kickoff in a moment.
Where life grows, home begins. Bank of Utah.
Welcome back to Copper Hills High School. A big kick return. The special teams set them up just across midfield. And then Copper Hills goes 49 yards in 3 plays to take a 7-0 lead in just 32 seconds. And now we'll have our Skin Science Institute kickoff. Copper Hills will kick away to Hunter, and the Wolverines will get the ball for the first time tonight.
An opportunity to try and match that pace that Copper Hills set early, but boy, I tell you what, when you're getting explosive plays in the run game, that is tough to match.
Thomas away back to return this. He's going to wait for Lincoln Anderson's kickoff. Takes about the 3-yard line, across the 20, cuts back, and dragged down at the 38. Brian, we've seen a couple of really good kickoff returns here to open this game.
Yeah, one thing you can expect from both of these schools, they're going to have athletes. You saw it right there. I believe that was Gafoy Nikoi again making a play, and he is an outstanding athlete. You see him down on the sideline. He looks the part of a guy who can get things done.
All right, Hunter's first play from scrimmage here, 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line. AC Mungafi, the quarterback. The senior, 6 of 12 passing this year for 71 yards. No touchdowns, 2 picks. They like to keep it on the ground. Down early, they're going to hand it off to the sophomore, Ryan Paella, right up the gut.
Expect this Copper Hills defensive front to be aggressive and stout in the run game. Darius Matthews coached defensive line in Mountain Ridge before he came over here. It's a point of pride for him and his staff. So for Hunter, it's how varied can you get in the running game and still have success?
One of the problems for Hunter has been keeping their linemen, both offensively and defensively, healthy. 2nd and 8 after the 2-yard gain. Back to Paella. He'll bounce it outside. First down across midfield. A nice gain for the sophomore as he picks up 11 yards and moves the Wolverines into Grizzly territory.
Easy to see why the sophomore is starting, right? The vision, the sense, there's that football sense to bounce it outside, and good job by the offensive line to get a hat on a hat, occupy some defenders, and allow him to get outside and use that speed for a first down.
I had 2 carries for 13 yards to get this game started. Wolverines trying to answer that quick strike from the Grizzlies to open the game. Quarterback keeper, Ngapi, off with the helmet, 1-yard gain, but the flag is down. That is undoubtedly going to be a face mask. And what looked like an opportunity for the Grizzlies to really be set up with good down and distance after a first down stop. Now, is that going to be a hold? We just saw them gesturing towards the Wolverines. We're waiting for a signal here. Oh, personal foul, face mask.
You trust David James on the broadcast. That's what I've learned.
On defense, face mask.
Play calling or seeing the penalties, he's always on top of it.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. I did get a good beat on the play calling that night up at Wasatch. We'll see about that, though. All right, 15 yards is going to move the ball from the 48 after the 1-yard gain down to the 33. 15-yard penalty. First down. That's back-to-back first downs now for the Wolverines.
A little confidence for this Wolverine offense, too.
Mungafi. Paella again bouncing it outside. The stiff arm stays on his feet. They string the play out, though, and he is fortunate to get close to the line of scrimmage. Well, he's still driving forward. He didn't go down. They're pushing the pile. He turns it into a 5-yard gain. That is amazing. That looked like a 1 or 2 yard loss for sure.
And it was a fight just to get back to 1 or 2 yards, and you see he just keeps fighting, and he's not the biggest guy out there, but there's so much leg drive. And then you see some friends jumping on board, the old Reggie Bush rule. Now legal, I guess.
The Bush push became the tush push with the Eagles.
Now everybody's pushing.
What do the kids know about the Bush push? That was 20 years ago. Come on.
This is for the parents.
These players weren't even born, right? Yeah. Right back to the ground. They rotate backs now. And down the sideline on his feet, powering, picking up another first down. They rotate 3 backs, and with Aiden Hernandez, they have gone deeper in the roster here. And that is Tavita Tongi right there. You talked about the running back tradition. He's the 4th running back for them.
Yeah, yeah.
And how was that for a run?
Well,
that was solid.
And that's the tradition at Hunter High School is they go 3-4 deep. It goes all the way back to the early days of Juan Johnson, the Asiata family. They've always had great running backs out here, and part of why I think they're trying to establish the run game so much offensively.
They're going to give it to Tongi. No, he's going to pull it and keep it. Mungafi lowers the shoulder down to the 17-yard line. Pick up about 3. QB run game there to keep him honest.
Exactly, and really if he was just a little bit more patient, lets his blockers get out there, this is a big offensive line for Hunter. They are not extremely quick. They don't get out there the way that some offensive lines do. Have a little more patience. That 3-yard run gets to be 5, gets to be 7. But the big thing, you're already seeing hands on hips for this Copper Hills defensive front. They're not heavy. They're starting to get a little tired.
Well, they're out there for what, the 7th play in the drive now, and it's hard for the defense. The longer the drive gets, the more you expect to see that. Handoff back to the ground, and this time they wrap up Payad, and they don't let him go. There's the whistle to blow it dead. He'll get forward progress to about the 16-yard line, but it's now 3rd and 6. And I think given what we've seen, well, it looks like they're going to put it at the 17, so make it 3rd and 7. Given what they've seen, I don't think field goals are going to win this game. I think this is, you've got to approach this call and think, we've got 2 snaps to get 7 yards, and use 4th down and keep your offense on the field.
Especially with the early potency from Copper Hills offense, you've got to match the tone and tenor. It's not a generation where these kids love to fight back and have miracle comebacks like the Music City Miracle. You've got to try and keep pace here.
Play action. Going to throw to the end zone, overthrown, just throw it away through the goalpost. And now a flag. Did he do a little too good job of throwing it away? Is that going to be intentional grounding? Or did he get roughed after he let the ball go? That flag's way downfield for roughing.
Way downfield, so it's in a weird area.
That's ineligible receiver downfield, okay. One of the linemen left, which is odd because that ball was thrown pretty early.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looked like it was a first-choice route, trying to head to the corner of the end zone, saw that it was well covered, did the smart thing, just throws the ball out of bounds. But those sneaky linemen just love to wander. Like bears out there, just wandering.
Looking for somebody to hit. There's a linebacker. I'm going to go get him. And
maybe there's a snack out there, too. You never know.
A snack. All right, that's going to move the ball back to the 22-yard line. So now it's 3rd and 12. They'll repeat 3rd down.
We'll accept the penalty for a repeat 3rd down.
Mungafi, play action, although in 3rd and 12 they expect the pass, and it's off the hands of the sophomore Nathan Tiffany, incomplete, and it's 4th and 12 for Hunter.
Yeah, that was a great defensive play there by Logan Morrell, the senior. Just perfect coverage, knocks that one away. Actually a pretty good call, pretty good route. He does the senior thing and makes a play, snuffs out that drive, forces the 4th down.
Backup quarterback Brighton Anderson is the long snapper. The quarterback, Mungafi, well, now we got a timeout. All right, timeout Hunter. 4th down and 12. They trail 7-0. We'll be back with the 4th down play in a moment on KSLSports.com and the KSL Sports app.
Roller coaster ride.
Welcome back to Copper Hills High. The sun has broken through the clouds we were talking about. You got the long shadows out on the field now. 6:54 to go in the first quarter. Copper Hills scored on their opening drive, took 32 seconds. They took a 7-0 lead. Now Hunter with a long drive here, and now the clock is messed up. I do not believe there are 70 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first quarter, so they'll try to straighten that out.
Got that fixed. It looks like Hunter's got their field goal
unit
out there.
4th and 12. I don't think they want to kick the field goal, but on 4th and 12, you're kind of options are limited here. Their wide receiver Ashton Arpero, the senior, is the kicker. Mungafi, the quarterback, is the holder. Ideal for a fake, although it'd be a little predictable here. Kick is up, and it is long enough, and it is good. So Hunter gets a field goal out of their opening drive, and it is now Copper Hills 7, Hunter 3. We'll take a break. KSLSports.com and the KSL Sports app.
It's in the thrill of starting strong, making gains. It's the real connections in between. It's in the satisfaction of being on the move. That brilliant feeling of getting somewhere.
Welcome back. Copper Hills High School, the Grizzlies with a 7-3 lead here in the first quarter. Time for the Skin Science Institute kickoff. The wind picking up a little bit here. Hunter has it at their back, although that first kick, that was kind of a line drive down to about the 15-yard line. Didn't really get it up into the wind.
Not sure if that was on purpose. It seems like we've had some early snafus here for special teams, although Hunter did get the field goal. Little high snap on that one, but hey, getting the job done.
Good hold by Mungali, and for Arpero, that ended up being a 39-yard field goal. So
that's nothing to sneeze at. I mean,
no, in high school, once you start getting outside of 30, it can be an adventure. 39 yards, that's a good kick by Arpero. This time he gets the kick in the air. It'll drift down to the 12-yard line. Hunter will return it from there. One missed tackle, but then gang tackling there at the 27-yard line as Dwayne Lell brings the ball out.
Kickoff received by Beck Osmond.
No, that is Beck, sorry.
I think we got our answer as to what went wrong with the first kickoff. That one much higher, allows the coverage team to get down there, and we'll see how Copper Hills deals with the field position this time around. I don't know, given how effective the offense was, it'll have much of an impact. But this Hunter team a chance to sit on the bench and try to make some corrections.
Nice return by Parker Beck out to the 27-yard line, but like you said, that was a different deal. He had to field the 9-iron, not the 5-iron there. 1st and 10, quick throw. Ethan Hill over to the far side, complete, out across the 30, out to the 35, close to the first down. It'll be 2nd and short as Logan Beck, who was our Trucordia player to watch at the top of the broadcast, gets the catch, and they'll spot it right at the 35, so that's an 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Yeah, up ready to roll, Copper Hills.
They go quick. Fake it to the near side. Hill pulls it down. He's got the first down. Out to the 45. Spot him.
Successful first down.
Spot him right at the 45-yard. No, back at the 44. 9-yard gain, first down.
Yeah, you're going to see Copper Hills use tempo and use it effectively. Wouldn't be surprised if we see them throw back to this wide side of the field to try and find Beck.
Trips to the near side. They're going to hand off. They ran the ball very well on the opening drive. Ryder Mitchell had a couple of good runs. Has another good first down run here. And he got the first down. 10-yard gain right to the sticks. Move at the chains. 1st and 10. They're now on Hunter's side of the field at the 46-yard line.
Inside, outside, they are effective tonight in the run game. It is a great way to move the football.
Go back to the Wolverines losing 5 linemen to injuries, and they are playing sophomores on both offense and defensive lines. Here's a long ball down the left side and just a little overthrown, trying to find James Gleed, who had the touchdown catch to cap that opening drive.
Yeah, good size advantage in that matchup for Copper Hills. It looked like Hill saw that early on, went to the outside, just not able to connect with him on that one. And You almost kind of wonder if it's worth calling that shot there, DJ, because your offense has been so effective with just the side-to-side in the ground game.
The way they've been running the ball, maybe they felt like spread it around, take a shot, 2nd and 10. If you're picking up 8, 10, 15 yards a carry, they're going to go to a screen game underneath the Mitchell. Mitchell gets hit, and Hunter's got a chance to get a stop here as they take him out of bounds. He may get a short gain there. See where they spot it on that far side. Thought he might have picked up a yard, but it looks like they're going to mark it right at the line of scrimmage. No gain. It's going to be 3rd and 10.
And that's one of those calls where you start to feel that pressure from Hunter or anticipate it, right? Doesn't go your way, so now you're 3rd and long, but I think this is probably an opportunity for Copper Hills to look for Logan Beck.
They're going to throw it 3 plays in a row. On the in route, complete. First down inside the 30. Down to the 21-yard line. Ishmael Duffus, the senior, with a big catch on 3rd and 10. 25-yard gain. They'll move the sticks.
Oh, it's a nice layered combination. You've got Beck on the inside trying to draw attention, and Ishmael able to snag that one out of the air. Good job by Hill to stay patient and deliver a good ball.
Hunter had a chance to get off the field and couldn't do it. Now a quarterback keeper. Hill straight ahead inside the 20. Pickup of about 3 on first down. It's spotted at the 18-yard line.
You mentioned the youth of this Hunter team and the program overall. That's one of those situational moments where you've got to go.
4 straight plays now without Big giving the ball to Ryder Mitchell. It's about time to go back to the guy. No, they're going to go to the air again. Throw it underneath. Complete. 10-5, spinning out of a tackle to the 2. Down to the 1-yard line. Logan Beck. 17 yards. It's 1st and goal.
He smelled 6 on that one. DJ fought hard to try and get in there, held just short, but part of the reason why Logan Beck is so good, he makes big plays happen.
First and 10 to Mitchell, and he's in, standing up. Touchdown, Copper Hills. They convert the 3rd and 10 and turn it into points.
Finished how they started out on the ground, and just a beautiful hole created by the offensive line. And the Grizzlies put up their 2nd touchdown here in the 1st quarter and make it look so easy out there right now in the run game.
At 3rd and 10, the 25-yard pass from Hill to Duffus, the big play in the drive. Mitchell runs it in. The extra point is up and good, and Copper Hills leads 14-3. We're back in a moment on KSLSports.com and the KSL Sports app.
Hi, I'm Mila. This is my story. I learn anywhere with Utah Online School. I live in Utah, and sometimes I live in Washington, D.C. I go to museums, monuments, and learn history. They are my classroom.
Utah Online School surrounds students with a team that helps them strive, grow, and compete at their highest level.
I can learn anywhere.
Utah Online School, built for focus, powered by support. Visit utahonline.org today.
Everyone knows that having a good
Welcome back to Copper Hills High School. The Grizzlies, 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns, have a 14-3 lead. Haven't had a punt yet. Had the Skyline Olympus game last week. That opened up with 5 straight 3-and-outs and 5 straight punts. A little different vibe here.
Yeah. A lot of defense playing in the battle for the rock there.
Oh, yeah, that was a tough, intense game that went right down to the end of the 4th quarter there. Both defenses had outstanding games.
There's a lot of good players on both of those teams. Obviously, Sam Nada, one of the headliners, but I love Liam Whitworth Hosea. He's a great player for Skyline. And
how about Lincoln Anderson with that Skin Science Institute kickoff? Sends it into the wind, into the end zone for a touchback. Hunter takes over 1st and 10 at the 20.
And just nonchalantly trots off the field like it's another day at the office. You got to love your kickers.
Should mention Hunter with that field goal. That is only the 2nd time that the Grizzlies have been scored on this year. They opened by pitching a shutout, 29-0 to Northridge, and then they mercy rule West Jordan 55-7 last year. So they've only given up 10 points all season, 3 of them here on the opening drive. If Hunter can score again on this drive, that would be pretty impressive given what we've seen out of this Copper Hills defense so far in 2026. Handoff, Paella bouncing it outside again as Copper Hills gets upfield, and this time they'll wrap him up back at the 15-yard line. 5-yard loss, 2nd and 15 for Hunter.
Yeah, to your point, I think it's going to get more impressive if they're able to get it, because this Copper Hills defense has had an opportunity to settle down a bit. They're tightening up their technique. I think tackling was an issue on that first one, not surprising. Thursday night, Copper Hills doesn't get a lot of these primetime games, probably some nerves down there. But Hunter's going to have to find a solution now, because that defense is really going to pin their ears back and play the run.
Keeper, quarterback. And almost back to that original line of scrimmage. E.C. Mungafi powers forward, pushes out. They're going to give him forward progress to the 20. That'll bring up 3rd and 10.
Yeah, nice job navigating the traffic there. I like the power, the QB power in the play call there. Trying to get downhill a little bit, but just not enough after the first loss. And now you're 3rd and long. This has not been a very potent situation for Hunter. We'll see if they can generate something in the pass game here, but this is an opportunity for Copper Hills to really bring some pressure.
3:15 to go in the first quarter. Grizzlies leading 14-3. Hunter facing a 3rd and 10. E.C. Mungafi back to throw, rolling out, immediately pressured. Throws, tries to find the tight end, Nathan Tiffany. That was almost picked off.
Yeah, great job, just an A-gap pressure there. And as you said, E.C. immediately felt it, tries to find his tight end. His tight end barely has a chance to get out of the break, and he's already well blanketed again by, I believe it was.
Mungafi's passing stats are not great, but when you're facing that kind of pressure, they're not going to be great.
No.
He's got to be given time to get back there, get his feet set, and look downfield.
Yeah. Yep, and that's read and recognition up front, right? You've got to see that A-gap coming. They showed it early. I saw it. They should be able to too.
Hunter punts it away, a big high punt that is downed at midfield, and I don't think they needed to grab that. I thought they were going to get a few more yards on the roll there. Copper Hills will take over at midfield. They lead 14-3. They have a chance to really open things up here on KSLSports.com and the KSL Sports app.
Everyone knows that having a good credit history makes it easier to save money and get approved for the things in life you need, like credit cards, auto loans, home loans, and a lot more. But here's the problem. Building your credit history takes time. That's why UCCU created Credit Builder, an innovative loan program designed to help you build your credit history and raise your credit score. Visit UCCU.com to start building or rebuilding your credit today.
1st and 10 for Copper Hills. Keeper for the quarterback. Ethan Hill turns the corner, gets down the sideline for a few yards. Gets across midfield. They actually didn't mark it at midfield. They marked it down at the 49, so that makes that a gain of 4, 2nd and 6, as he crosses midfield and gets to the Hunter 47.
Yeah, Hunter really getting in aggressive, trying to get in the backfield.
Hill, quick throw, complete. It's Logan Beck. Short gain, pickup of about 2. I'm a little surprised they've gone away from Ryder Mitchell the way he was running the ball on that opening drive.
By number 10, Logan Beck.
Having said that, they're 2 for 2 at touchdowns, so I guess it doesn't matter. Other guys are moving the ball too, right? But usually when an offensive coordinator sees that you can hand off the ball and get that kind of yards between the tackles, another quick throw to the perimeter. It's Duffus inside the 40. He's got the first down to the 38. 3rd and 3. Well, we've seen where they've gone on 3rd down. I mean, third and 10 was a little different, but 3rd and 3, Duffus converts for the 2nd drive in a row.
Yeah, and that's where I'd expect them to go with the pass game a little bit more early on, is work sideline to sideline, get that defense flowing, pursuing. You mentioned the lack of depth. Tire these guys down, then let the run game take over.
Mitchell stays in to block. Hill's going to throw deep. It's Duffus at the goal line, tipped and batted away. Great play defensively for Hunter by Gaffoy Nakoy. Excellent play. That looked like 6. Might blame that a little bit on the wind. That ball seemed to hold up a little bit. Looked like Duffus had a step there.
And that's one of the benefits of having an athlete Nakoy at DB out there. You can see the catch-up speed that he has to get there, and like you said, took advantage of that ball hanging up just a little bit.
I don't think he turned around and located the ball. I think that was more watch the hands go up and put your hand up and deflect the ball away. Really good play. There's
watch
a quick
the eyes, right?
Yeah, watch the eyes and watch the hands. Quick throw for Copper Hills here. They come to the perimeter.
Parker Beck of the Grizzlies for another Grizzly first down.
Beck Osmond with the catch. First and 10 at the 27. Right back they go to Beck Osmond. He breaks the tackle. 15, 10, out of bounds, but it's first and goal at the 9.
You're seeing what the effect of the run game is. Hunter's trying to commit guys to stopping that run, leaving their corners on an island. Beck does a great job to break the tackle, get the yak, get the first down, get him into scoring territory.
Another quick throw, this time to the far side. Logan Beck inside the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Copper Hills. They're 3 for 3. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Logan Beck is having an outstanding game early on, but it's a great job of Copper Hills being up, ready to go. They catch guys in numbers. Logan Beck does what he does best, finds the end zone. It's another touchdown for this Copper Hills Grizzlies offense.
Lincoln Anderson on for another extra point. And we got a flag.
Penalty on the extra point.
Well, you got to be honest, Ethan Hill has been fantastic outside of the one missed throw. He's operated this offense so proficiently. About the only flaw is this penalty here on the PAT.
Well, we'll see if that matters. Lincoln Anderson moves back. Now it'll be a 25-yard extra point. Oh, it's blocked. And that one dies and flutters to the ground in the end zone. So with the blocked extra point, the Grizzlies lead 20-3. 1:34 to go in the first quarter. You're watching KSLSports.com and the KSL Sports app.
Your whole life, you woke up before the sun and worked hard so your family could have the things they want. Everything was going great. Until one night when you were hit by a drunk driver. Now you're out of work, bills are piling up, and you're worried about your family. As Utah's original personal injury law firm, our team at Robert J. DeBry will get you the settlement you deserve. Not sure you have a case? Dial the number with all the 8s.
Welcome back to Copper Hills High School. The Grizzlies off to a great start. They lead Hunter 20-3 here in the first quarter. 1:34 left in the quarter. Lincoln Anderson just had his extra point blocked. He will kick off now. Skin Science Institute kickoff. And he's going to put another one into the end zone for an automatic touchback. Hunter will take over first and 10 at the 20.
That one more of a line drive, but still finds the back of the end zone. He's got a strong leg, just wasn't able to get that one up enough on the PAT. Low snap on that one as well. Really, it's the only thing that we can nitpick so far offensively for Copper Hills. They have been outstanding.
So for Hunter, having problems blocking, and we've documented 5 injuries, 3 of them knee injuries, foot injury. I think they had a broken arm. They've also had a couple kids declared ineligible, but it's really hit them on the offense and defensive lines. And given the problems that they're having winning at the line of scrimmage, you think a quick throw game to the perimeter maybe? Halfback option pass, well, those are the time to, you got to be able to block. Those take time to develop. They're going to run it right up the middle.
Yeah, they kind of took the opposite approach, going with a heavier package there, just trying to get more bodies. And, you know, I think that's the part that when you're Coach Tongi and his staff, right, and first-year offensive coordinator, they're in, excuse me, Troy Summers, trying to find that identity. It's what can we do well, how do we use our athletes, and how do we get on the ball.
2nd and 10 after the sophomore Ryan Pea gets right back to the line of scrimmage. Mugafi in the gun. Oh, they botched the handoff. It's on the ground. Mugafi drops and covers it up at the 16. Loss of 4. Now it's 3rd and 14, and the playbook gets a little thin right now.
Yeah, not a lot of plays designed for 3rd and 14, and we've seen Hunter has struggled already on 3rd downs, but it's those little miscues, and so much of it is a mentality thing right now. You mentioned the injuries, young guys trying to find a rhythm, and you start pressing, and that's where you have these bobbled. It was supposed to be a fake, almost like an RPO action there. Just nothing connecting right now for this Hunter team.
Third and 14 for Mungafi. He's going to throw to the far side, complete up the sideline, a gain of about 5, maybe 6 yards for the tight end, Nathan Tiffany, the sophomore, targeted 3 times here in the first quarter.
Yeah, easy to see why. He's a big target. He moves well in space. He's got nice hands. It's just they've had a hard time getting the ball into those hands for a variety of reasons, and they're going to roll the punt team out here. There was a part of me that thought, you know what, why not go for it? But again, it's still early. You don't want to put yourself so far behind that kids start to check out.
Make them drive and eat up time on the clock. You can't let them score quickly, and then you start to bring a running clock or the mercy rule into play. It's a good punt with the wind at his back. It's going to land. Oh, that hit a blocker. That's a live ball. That's a fumble, and Hunter's got it. Oh, they needed a break, and they get one on special teams. They'll take over at the 44.
Something always happens in high school football. Hunter advantageously jumps on top of it, ends up being the big play that they needed. Now we'll see if that injects the life into this offense a little bit. That completion, you get a play to bounce your way. Maybe go back to the run game a little bit here. Easy to climb back into this one. Tell you what, though, that Copper Hill student section is angry right now, bouncing up and down, trying to fire up their defense.
They can't be that mad. They're up by 17 in the first quarter.
And they're in high school. It's the best.
Yeah. All right, 1st and 10 for Hunter after the first turnover of the game. The Copper Hills 44. Back to Paez straight ahead. He stretches out to the 41-yard line, pick up a 3. That'll end the first quarter. Copper Hills with a 20-3 lead. We're back with the second quarter next on KSLSports.com and the KSL Sports app.
To dare mighty things means to embrace challenges. It means to welcome a high-energy culture that prioritizes belonging. To dare mighty things means drawing inspiration from experienced faculty and alums who encourage you to think big. It means to be a part of time-honored traditions while also forging new ones. To dare mighty things means celebrating your achievements with pride and joy, knowing you can make a difference by daring to be great. Join us at the Huntsman School of Business, where we dare mighty things. That's the Huntsman difference.
Strong Volkswagen is setting you free. Free from high payments and high interest rates. It's our Freedom to Drive sale. Lease a new 2026 Volkswagen Jetta S from $199 a month. Get rates as low as 1.9% APR. Or save up to $5,000 on select new VW models. Plus oil changes are only $59.95. And every vehicle is backed with our no-charge lifetime warranty. Only at Strong Volkswagen. Break free from high prices during our Freedom to Drive sale. Visit strongvw.com.
Welcome back. Good look at the Wasatch Front. Mountains on a cool August night. Let's hear it for the shade. Let's hear it for the cloud cover.
And a little breeze.
Start of the second quarter. First play, Hunter on 2nd and 8. And that's going to be 3rd and long as Copper Hills continues to get upfield and get after the sophomore running back, Ryan Paella. That tackle made by Darius Fouet. Senior captain comes in averaging 9 tackles a game and 2 tackles for loss in each game, and he gets a TFL right there.
And I think he sniffed something out. He saw the gap scheme immediately, crowds the line of scrimmage, sneaks in there, gets the TFL, and we're obsessed with sacks, DJ. TFL is sometimes just as important, if not more so.
3rd and 11 for Hunter. Quarterback keeper. Ngafe can't turn the corner. Hit at the line of scrimmage. 4th and 11. And presumably Hunter's going to have to punt it away here.
Yeah, like the action on that play, but if you're the quarterback, you got to commit to getting outside. There's not going to be a whole lot of room the way this Copper Hills defense has flowed. And
but they're coming up and attacking aggressively. If they run that to the right, so they didn't have to throw across his body, you have that RPO, pull up, throw the ball downfield. Maybe, I mean, he seems to like his tight end. Maybe you're throwing to the tight end, Nathan Tiffany, but it seems like they might have set something up in the passing game here. There's the punt from Hunter, the line drive, caught at the 11-yard line and blown dead right there. Copper Hills, I did not see him signal for a fair catch, but maybe he did. We have a flag down. It was Beck Osmond on the return. They're going to say he signaled for a fair catch and then he ran, in which case that'll move him back half the distance to the goal, right?
From where it's spotted, it should be. They're about 12-yard line, it looks like, 13 maybe, where they threw the flag. I also did not see a signal, but it looked like he had his hands up ready to catch the football, so I almost wonder if maybe the official misinterpreted that.
Well, he doesn't think he called. He seemed a little confused by the whistle at first. So they're explaining it to the bench.
Legal procedure.
Head coach Darius Matthews getting the explanation. They're going to say illegal procedure. So that's a 5-yard penalty at the 12. It's not half the distance to the goal. That put it at the 6. It's at the 7. So 1st and 10 for Copper Hills. They've scored on 3 straight possessions to open the game. Can they go 93 yards here? Hunter's got them backed up. Combination of the penalty and the punt that hit a blocker who never saw the ball coming, didn't think about it. They're showing blitz. And there's a handoff, and there's a big hole out across the 15, bouncing off the referee. At the 20, the crowd going nuts as Ryder Mitchell breaks off a big run and gets them away from their end zone with a nice first down run.
Ryder Mitchell using everybody to his advantage, even the official as a blocker, and gets out of bounds there at the 26-yard line, but a huge gain again for that Grizzlies offense. Again, 20-yard gains are not normal. I can't emphasize that enough.
He picks up 19 on 1st and 10, so another first down. There's a quick pass incomplete as they tried to find James Gleed. He scored the opening touchdown in this game. That's one of those deals where the quarterback thinks you're going to continue down the field and you see the defense and you stop, and then the pass looks like it's off target. Miscommunication reading the defense there. 2nd and 10. Ethan Hill's been really good distributing the ball, short, quick passes to the perimeter, and he's going to take off and run and dive across the 30-yard line. Oh, they're going to mark him down at the 29. I think they got a great spot there. So that's going to be 3rd and 7 and a chance for Hunter to get their first stop of the night and get off the field.
A little surprised by the spot there. Maybe his knee brushed it early, I don't know, but realistically, with Copper Hills, what they've done so far today, you could run the ball here and probably pick up the first down. A lot of options for them right
They've
now.
converted a 3rd and 3 on the last drive, a 3rd and 10 2 possessions ago. They're going to throw it. Hill's got time. Steps up, gets hit and dropped. Sacked back at the 22-yard line, and the Hunter defense has held. Dwayne Lell stepping up and delivering a shot and getting the sack.
Boy, it was, and I thought that Ethan had made the right move, climbing up in the pocket. Number 6 comes out of nowhere, shuts that down. And that is a huge stop for Hunter because it is their first stop of the game, if I'm not mistaken.
You are not mistaken.
I got to be careful because I leave the math up to you. DJ's the one who does the best math on the broadcast.
That's a low bar. We're going to have a fake punt. A long run for the Sticks at the 36. He's got it. And Copper Hills is not off the field. 4th and 12. And Lincoln Anderson runs for 13 yards. We want to welcome in those of you watching on 5.3. Judging by the weather to the north, we've got a weather delay up in Davis County right now. Here at Copper Hills, the Grizzlies punting for the first time tonight. The fake punt, the first down, and they will put the offense back out on the field. Copper Hills leading 20-3 with 8:52 to go in the first half.
Well, it's a classic announcer's jinx. I said that Hunter got the stop. Not so fast, my friend. Copper Hills with a huge conversion.
And they're going to throw. We got a new quarterback in. Skylar Thomas is in, and he throws for 9 yards on first down. It's Logan Beck. Logan Beck was our Trucordia player to watch. For those of you just joining us on 5.3, came into the game with 5 touchdowns. And he scored the last one to make it 23, so he's got 6 scores on the year. He picks up 9 yards here. Not surprisingly, went to Skylar Thomas. Before the game, talking to Darius Matthews, he said they would alternate quarterbacks. Ethan Hill, who started as a junior, Skylar Thomas, a sophomore. They both have really good stats. Handoff, Mitchell, straight ahead to midfield, first down. And they'll move the chains.
Yeah, high school, one of the levels where two quarterback system can actually work. At some point in time, you're going to want to establish a starter, but interesting timing. I'm sure it has something to do with the shift over at the quarter.
Yeah. Skylar's going to throw to the perimeter to Logan Beck. Logan behind his blocks, first down across the 40, down to the 35. And this might just end up being a 93-yard touchdown drive before it's all said and done.
Well, if Skylar Thomas is trying to stake his claim to being the starter quarterback, he's doing a good job of finding Logan Beck to do it. Great job on that completion, and Beck has done what he's done all game long, which is get that extra yardage and pick up first downs.
Both quarterbacks can run. Ethan Hill, the starter, runs for 41 yards a game. Thomas runs for 47 yards a game. Thomas to throw here. He's going to go long down the middle, incomplete, trying to find James Gleed. Both quarterbacks throw the ball well. Thomas is coming in 75% completion through 2 games. He's 12 of 16 for 77 yards, a touchdown, no picks. Meanwhile, Ethan Hill, the junior captain, 26 of 34 for 290 yards, 6 touchdowns, 1 pick. Really good numbers running and throwing the ball for both quarterbacks.
Yeah, neither has elite size for the position, about 5'10", 5'9" for both. You can see Skylar Thomas a little more zip on his ball, but Hill had a little bit more touch early on.
Thomas fakes the handoff, keeps straight ahead, behind a block, picks his way across the 30, inside the 25, down to the 22, and that's why he averages 47 yards a game rushing, playing part-time.
Yeah, you can see the athleticism there, and you know, if you're sitting at home watching, why would you ever try a 2-quarterback system? Well, the way that high school sports nowadays works, you have to make sure your quarterbacks get playing time, and this is a good opportunity to let both of them see the field and get some experience.
If we listed all the high school quarterbacks who transferred, it would be third quarter before we got back to the game.
Yep.
There's a quick throw, complete to James Gleed. Breaks one tackle, dragging another guy inside the 10. It is first and goal, and that was a shirt-tail tackle right there to prevent the touchdown.
Logan Beck is outstanding, but James Gleed is a really good wide receiver. He secures the catch, breaks the tackle, scored a touchdown early on. But also, DJ, you know what he does well? Kyle Whittingham would love this. He blocks.
Hand off, Mitchell up the middle, and that might be the biggest hit he's taken tonight. I mean, he gets a couple, but a 2-yard run is shortest of the night, and there is a flag down on the near sideline.
Flag on the play.
Seven minutes to go in the first half. Copper Hills off to a 2-0 start this season, trying to go to 3-0. They got a 20-3 lead, and they are threatening, but we'll see if they're about to go behind the chains here, depending on what that flag is.
A lot of discussion down there from the officials right now. Not even sure that where the flag is located there on the near sideline about the 6-yard line. It's usually in the area of like offsides. So that looked like an illegal participation.
Yep, and it's going to go against Hunter. So move the ball down to the 3, maybe to the 2. Now they can spot it at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, so somebody not getting off on the sideline in times.
First and goal at the 3. Handoff, Mitchell straight ahead for his second touchdown of the night to the goal line. Second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Copper Hills.
Ryder Mitchell is a great running back because he follows his blockers, and those guys were mowing defenders into the end zone. Another touchdown for this Grizzlies rushing attack. This offense has been dynamic tonight. This is a staff that talks about changing the narrative. They're doing a good job of showing what they're trying to do here.
Lincoln Anderson's last point after was blocked. It was a strong rush right up the middle. He gets this one up in the air and good, and it is 27-3. Copper Hills in front. 6:48 to go in the first half. We'll take a break. You're watching high school football on 5.3, KSLSports.com and the KSL Sports app.
When you're the oldest personal injury firm in Utah, you get to know a few faces.
So tell me what happened.
You just came in and sideswiped me, bro.
I got hit by a drunk driver.
And it hurts worse than that time that I was dropped. Tailgate. Who would have thought?
I guess you can say we've seen everything. And I mean everything.
Juliet would never use these.
Our team at Robert J. DeBry has the experience needed to get you the compensation you deserve. Not sure you have a case? Dial the number with all the 8s.
Welcome back to Copper Hills High School. If you're watching on 5.3, which is available on Comcast Xfinity Channel 381 or over the air if you have the HD antenna. This is the best deal going, man. No monthly payments, one-time cost, get that thing in. Get a lot of sports for free, including Sunday Night Football on NBC.
This is true, DJ.
Yeah.
People underrated, but we're back to the way things used to be. Everybody wants Blockbuster back from the 90s. Just go get a digital antenna.
Skin Science Institute kickoff, another touchback as Lincoln Anderson puts it in the end zone once again. We're on right now. The Weber-Roy game is in a delay, although the weather looks nasty to the north. I'm being told it's actually an injury and sounds pretty serious, so hope that works out and get the best results possible there, obviously. Weber's leading Roy 14-7 in the first quarter in that game. Mountain Ridge is leading Davis right now 7-0 late in the first quarter. Up in Idaho, Bear River is leading Thunder Ridge, Idaho 42-35. We got an over-the-air monitor right here. We can watch ourselves on TV. That is narcissism at its best, right there. All right, 6:46 to go.
Definitely my favorite part of the broadcast.
Hunter down 27-3. If this lead gets to 35, we go to running clock. So can Hunter put some points on the board and tighten this game up? They are going to go back to the ground, and they are not having much success trying to run around this Copper Hills defense. A gain of maybe 2 yards right there.
They've had more success, it seems, in the gap scheme. So you're trying to run zone with some big guys that are inexperienced, and zone blocking is a little more experience-based. I'll put it that way.
Tongi picks up 2 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Isa Mungafi, the quarterback, will keep it. Breaks a tackle on his feet. First down into the open field across the 40, across midfield. Biggest play of the night, and he goes out of bounds. They'll mark him out at the 38-yard line.
So much of the game is trying to figure out what the other team is doing on the fly, and CEC finally makes the read there, able to cut up field, use his downhill speed to turn this one into a huge gain. I almost kind of want Hunter to go with a little tempo there after you pick that up, try to put this Copper Hills defense on their heels, but that's the best play we've seen since the opening drive.
Hands down, a 40-yard gain. Hunter on their opening possession did drive down and kick a field goal. They put together a nice drive before it bogged down late. 40-yard pickup, they flip the field, and they'll run the same play. And Mungafi goes outside, turns the corner, stays in bounds for a moment, and then gets popped.
Sorry, DJ. We talked about it earlier in the first half, of learning to read your blocks and then get upfield, and seeing Mungafi start to do that now, starting to evolve as a runner, and that's helping this Hunter offense find their identity. It's going to be on the ground tonight. I think we've come to realize that. But how varied can you be in the run game, and can you come back to your running back here and continue to pick up yardage?
Josiah Cervantes getting over the sideline to make the tackle. It's a gain of 6, 2nd and 4 for Hunter. They've had some tough down and distance opportunities. This is pretty good for them tonight. Paella hit in the backfield. Stays on his feet. He does not go down easily, but he lost a yard, 3rd and 5. And for Hunter, once again, at this spot on the field, you got to figure you got 2 plays to pick up 5 yards. What is the game plan? Will they go play action and look for the tight end, Nathan Tiffany? We've seen him throw to him 3 times tonight. Completed the 3rd one. One of those just didn't have time to develop. It was just wrecked by a strong pass rush.
And Copper Hills has an opportunity to put some pressure on here. You almost look to roll out Mungafi, get him on the fly, see if you can use his arm or his legs.
Under 5 minutes to go in the half. They're going to run the option. Payet tries to cut it back inside, drives forward, down to the 31-yard line. He picks up a couple, and it's 4th and 3.
It's a nice pickup there. It almost feels like a call that they made knowing that they were going to go for it on 4th down. And really at this point in the game, don't know that you really have any other options.
Yeah.
Gives you some breathing room.
Especially the spot on the field. You don't want to punt from the 31 and 48, 49-yard field goals. Get super optimistic in high school football. There's a handful of kickers who can do it, but that's a big ask. Yeah. And at 27-3, I mean, doesn't really make sense. So
we've seen the wind go every different direction tonight, too.
It's changed. It's going across the field now. It's at our backs. It's blowing from the home sideline to the visitor sideline. Keeper, Mungafi. At the 30, got to stretch out. Can't do it. They bring him down 2 yards short. They hold. And on downs, Copper Hills is going to take over with 4:06 left in the first half.
Great job by that Grizzlies defense to close quickly. Mungafi just didn't have that explosive cut up field that I was looking for. There was a hole. Credit to that Grizzlies defensive front, doing what they've done all game long, getting the stop when they needed it.
You know, it's 27-3, but I think there are 2 plays we could look at where Copper Hills will still be in charge of the game, but it wouldn't be such a big margin. The 4th and 12 fake punt obviously extends the 4th touchdown drive, but there was a 3rd and 10 on the 2nd touchdown drive, and they hit on a 25-yard pass play to Duffus. And if Hunter can make a couple plays on 3rd and 10, on 4th and 12, you know, it's a 13-3 game instead of 27-3. And now the Grizzlies have 4:06 left in the half to extend the lead, and it's Ryder Mitchell bouncing outside, flag down, another flag down. We'll see if that's 2 flags for the same penalty. The first one smelled like a hold, didn't it?
It did.
I don't know what the second one was. It came from deep in the defensive backfield. It may well have been the same hold.
Yeah, the one on the edge was pretty obvious. Yeah. It was Andrew Gomez who got grabbed trying to play that run game. But you talk about the scoreboard. This game has been a lot closer than the score indicates, and I think that's kind of the story for this Hunter Wolverines team. It's you got to cut down on the miscues, the small things. You got to make a play here or there to keep yourself in it. You know, we were up at Wasatch for the start of the season. My old college coach, Steve Coburn, used to say that there were 5 plays every game that would make the difference.
Bronco Mendenhall said that at BYU, and guess what? He got to Utah State, and he's still saying it. And you know why? Because it's true. And we've seen 2 of those big plays, 3rd and 10 and 4th and 12. Copper Hills won those plays, and that's why they're up 27-3. You're going to throw it over the middle, complete. They get a lot of the penalty yardage back as they hit Beck over the middle. And it is Ethan Hill back in. Skylar Thomas got 1 drive, took him down the field for a touchdown. Hill had the first start of the game, had the first 3 drives. Clock moving, 3:15 to go in the half. Hill to throw. Complete. Duffus all the way across the field. First down, flag down. He's down at the 49, but let's see about that flag.
Kind of in a weird area, but you mentioned Duffus coming across the field like that. Sometimes it's hard for your teammates to figure out what's going on.
Might be a hit in the back the way he had everybody running. Somebody might have been a clip, and obviously that's a spot where there might be a hold.
Yep.
And either way, Copper Hills is walking backwards.
Yes. Yeah. I think they figured that part of it out there.
It's a push in the back. Yeah.
And some of that is that transition for guys who have been on the offensive line, who are getting downfield, who forget that you're no longer in the box, so you can't do that, right? The shame of it is it wipes out a beautiful play by Duffus there. And, man, this Copper Hills team has some really good athletes. You can see why they've been able to score so well this season.
Hill to throw over the middle, complete. Spreading the ball around. That's Parker Beck making the catch.
We've seen Beck catch it, Duffus.
Well, we've seen Parker Beck, we've seen Logan Beck, we've seen James Glade, we've seen Ishmael Duffus. So that's 4 guys. And then we've seen Ryder Mitchell be really effective in the run game. All right, got a timeout, 2:48 to go in the first half. We're back in a minute on KSLSports.com, the KSL Sports app, and 5.3. Welcome back to Copper Hills High School. Grizzlies leading 27-3 with 2:48 to go in the first half. Hunter using a timeout. They've got one left. The Grizzlies have all three if they need it moving down the field here. For those of you tuning on 5.3, expecting to see Weber and Roy, there's a long injury delay in that game. We don't have any details here. When the game resumes, we'll go back to that game, and they will update you as best they can on that situation. Weber's leading Roy 14-7 in the middle of the first quarter. Ethan Hill's going to hand off here, and Hunter is going to jam that up as Ryder Mitchell disappears into a mass of jerseys. And he got out to the 39, so it's going to be 4th and 1, 2:33 to go in a half. They're going to go for it at their own 39-yard line. Right back to Mitchell, straight ahead, and Hunter stacks him up and holds. Oh, the Wolverines, we were talking about, they need a big play to get off the field, and it looks like they got it. And Mitchell with a second effort may have gotten closer to the 40. Now they're looking to spot it. The Hunter coaches are out on the field saying they've got it. Yes, they've got it. They have held. He did get past the 39 with that second effort, but a half yard short of the marker. He had to get to the 40-yard line, a little beyond it, actually. 2:21 to go in the half, and now Hunter takes over with a chance to score and tighten this game up, get a little momentum. The Copper Hills defense has been outstanding. We've played almost 2.5 games in this season. They've only given up 10 points.
And we're starting to see some stuff from this Hunter offense as well, right? A little bit of action in the QB run game. I'll start it off early with Paella on that defensive stop. Two names that might be familiar to fans watching at home, Enoch Asiata and Jaden Silianga on the stop there. It allows Hunter an opportunity here to put points on the board.
Sione Mugafi had the 40-yard run on the last possession. Went to the QB run game. He's going to hand off, nothing going. There's just too many people getting upfield, making plays. We talked about Darius Few. He's got his 2 tackles for loss here in the first half. That's what he averages, 2 TFLs per game. And he gets the big hit there for a 5-yard loss.
Yeah, and the scary part is he's carrying an offensive lineman with him as he does it. But he has been super impressive. You see guys who are just naturally instinctive. And obviously, he's really well coached. Darius Matthews has been around this game for a long time, runs the defense in conjunction with, I believe, with MJ Tafisi.
Student section chanting, Darius, Darius. 1:40 to go in the half. Over the middle for the tight end, deflected, almost caught, deflected again, and finally incomplete. What a wild play. Intended for Nathan Tiffany. It went through his hands, but it found Andrew Gomez a little further downfield. He almost reeled it in.
Boy, that was almost a Sports Center top 10 level play. I don't know how many Hunter Wolverines had to have a chance on it for them to get the catch. It falls incomplete, and you know, I think the next set of hands may have been some Grizzly hands, unfortunately. Has that not fallen incomplete? And, you know, Hunter lives to play another play.
3rd and 15. 1:34 to go in the half. Mungafi steps up, throws downfield, incomplete. Is he going to get a flag? There's a lot of contact, and they're asking for a flag, and they're not getting it.
I kind of think they have a little bit of an argument with it. The receiver only able to get one hand up on that one. Zion Tahi. Ball falls incomplete. Not sure if the official deemed that one uncatchable or what the philosophy was behind it.
He had a defender draped all over him.
He did.
I was expecting the flag, but he doesn't get it. 4th down. And now Hunter will punt it away. Aways. And it takes a big hop, fielded inside the 10 and out to the 15 to the 16-yard line. A short return. That was risky. Ihunu, Junior Ihunu, the senior, rolling the dice on that return.
Ihunu obviously has a lot of confidence in his ability. I don't know that Coach Matthews and staff will agree with that one. He may have a little bit of a conversation with some guys on the sideline about that one, because you mentioned that close to the goal line, this kind of a lead. The last thing you want to do if you're Copper Hills is make a mistake and allow Hunter to gain some momentum.
Well, Aguilar with a good punt. So they're pinned deep in their own end at the 16-yard line. Quick throw near side. Short gain out of bounds to stop the clock. And again, it's James Gleed who scored the opening touchdown in this game. He picks up about 7. We'll make it 8 yards. Make it 7. 2nd and 3 at the 23. Ethan Hill, the quarterback again, near side, complete to Gleed. He's dragged down inbounds and maybe a 1 yard gain. Now they do have 3 timeouts.
Another pass to 11, James Gleed.
And it looks like they're going to take one right here, so we'll take a break. 3rd and 1 for Copper Hills when we return on KSLSports.com, the KSL Sports app, and channel 5.3.
Some people are born to solve problems, to lead the charge, to build better solutions, to be the driving force behind advanced technologies, to strengthen digital defenses. They're the experts our future needs. Find your brilliance at Weber State.
Welcome back to Copper Hills High School. Our ticker brought to you by the Huntsman School of Business at Utah State University. Get you an update here in a second. Quarterback keeper right up the middle on 3rd and 1. They push the pile forward, and they've got the first down at the 27-yard line. Here's the score for you, Brian. You ready for this? They've got a weekend-long deal going, event, if you will, at Idaho State in Pocatello. Bear River 49, Thunder Ridge, Idaho 35, 1:44 to go.
Wow.
There's a throw to Logan Beck out to the 35-yard line. Gain of about 8, clock running with 40 seconds left, and we will have another timeout.
Pass caught by number 10, Logan Beck.
We'll be back with the end of the first half. 38 seconds left for Copper Hills. Can they score one more time? This is KSLSports.com, the KSL Sports app, and 5.3.
If you're ready to turn your passion for beauty into a career, choose the school setting the standard. At Skin Science Institute, you'll learn in a beautiful, state-of-the-art facility with more advanced treatment training than any other aesthetic school in Utah. Our industry-leading curriculum provides advanced, hands-on training with real clients using the latest technology in a clinical learning environment. Parents can feel confident in a nationally accredited program committed to student success. Skin Science Institute, where your future begins.
Welcome back to Copper Hills High. Grizzlies with the ball facing a 2nd and 8. Looks like they're resetting the clock, which shows 38 seconds. I think they want to put it at 42. The referees are at midfield signaling to the official timekeeper underneath us. We're up on top of the press box tonight. Open air, feeling the breeze. This is a really good idea in late August. Might not be a great idea in October. We'll see.
Oh, November's the best time of year to be up here. That's
well,
just you send me up
just
here.
See what El Nino has to say about that before we get too brave. They put the clock at 2:42. I think it's supposed to be at 42 seconds. It was down under 2 minutes when Hunter had the ball. Oh, they are holding up. I think they're trying to adjust the clock.
Clock operation.
I had to do some clock operation when I was in high school. It's not as easy as it looks. Go easy on your clock operator, okay?
That's exactly what I was going to say.
A lot of pressure. You can start sweating bullets when everybody's looking at you. 42 seconds to go in the half. They get the clock right. The throw to the far side dropped. Everything went right. And Ishmael Duffus, who's made a couple of good catches tonight, can't hold on to that one. Incomplete. 4th and 2 for Copper Hills. Now, will they punt? Or are they going to risk giving the ball back? They've got one timeout left. You know they could probably convert it by giving it to Mitchell, but they're up against it now with 38 seconds left in the half.
Looks like they're going to go for it, and I kind of like this call from Coach Mitchell, or from Coach Matthews, probably because they have Ryder Mitchell.
Hill's going to throw. Mitchell stays in to block. Hill's going to take a shot downfield for Duffus. He's got it behind everybody. 30, 20, 10, touchdown. 65 yards. Duffus with a drop, and he answers with a big play and the touchdown.
Ishmael Duffus, what a response. Not able to reel it in on the previous play, so what does he do? Catches the 9 route, and he's making a house call. He is fired up on the sideline. You love to see that kind of response from a young football player. Puts these Grizzlies up 33-3 here. They're going to kick a PAT.
Hunter's done a pretty good job of keeping the game in front of them. They've given up chunk yardage, 10, 15, 20-yard plays, but they hadn't given up the home run until right there. Duff is 65 yards for the touchdown. Lincoln Anderson's extra point is good, and it is 34-3. We're back with the kickoff in a moment on KSLSports.com, the KSL Sports app, and Channel 5.3.
You never know how life's best adventures might begin. Our closest friends can often come by surprise. Our favorite memories are shaped by the experiences we share. Our brightest moments happen when someone believes in us. See yourself in a brilliant future at Weber State.
Welcome back to Copper Hills High School. The Grizzlies hit on the big play, the 65-yard touchdown pass to Duffus. And they lead 34-3 with 27 seconds left in the half. We're being told they're getting ready to play in the Weber-Roy game. So at halftime of this game, those of you watching on 5.3, we'll switch you back to Weber and Roy. And, of course, that game will also be available on KSLSports.com and the KSL Sports app. There is the kickoff. And as we've been seeing all night long, Lincoln Anderson with a good leg puts that ball into the end zone for the touchback. Hunter takes over 1st and 10 at the 20.
Yeah, I would say just stay tuned with DJ and I. We're going to have some fun here in the second half. For a while. Interesting.
Running clock.
Yeah.
At 30, when it's a 35-point game, it's 31 right now.
Correct.
And they do have the new rule. There's a mercy rule. If a game goes, there's a 44-point margin in the fourth quarter, it's over. We were at the Skyview Morgan game last week. That was 47-0 after 3 quarters, and the third quarter ended and the game ended.
And it's an interesting rule. I don't know that there's a lot of people who like it on both sides of the conversation right now. It'll be one of those things that the new executive director at UHSAA will probably take a look at in the offseason. They've got their hands full. Big announcement this week.
1st and 10, they're going to throw, overthrown, and incomplete. Deflected, but nobody can get to it. Safeties are playing deep. So 2nd and 10. Well, let's not make it under. We don't want to leave people under the impression that one administrator's calling the shots on this either, right?
Yeah.
It's going to go through committees. Every region's represented, and they'll decide what to do. It's we see mercy rules in other sports, and so should there be a mercy rule? You always go to player safety. If there's a big mismatch, worry about people getting hit, getting hurt.
I think the most feedback that I've heard from both sides of it is guys that are missing out on reps and it's backups and things like that. And I think in some states it's a bigger problem than others. You look at the Trinity League in California, and anytime they have to play one of the the independent schools or the school district schools, it can get really lopsided really fast. And I don't know that we have that problem as much here in Utah. The Skyview Morgan game, that was a bit of a surprise to me, but Morgan just came out on fire. Early pick 6, turnovers played Skyview. That one got out of hand quickly, but as we head to halftime here.
Clock runs out here in the first half, but we have to say that both these teams have already been involved in a mercy rule game this year. So we might have another one tonight. We'll see what happens in the third quarter. It's halftime. Copper Hills dominating. They lead 34-3 at the half. We'll take a break. The halftime show is next. Those of you watching Weber-Roy on 5.3 are going to return to that game. And the rest of you here for Copper Hills and Hunter, stay with us. At the half, the Grizzlies lead 34-3.
gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment, please welcome to the field the Copper Hills Azurettes drill team. Once again for the Copper Hills Azurette drill team. On behalf of the Copper Hills football team, we would like to thank Sunbelt Rentals for their generous donation to the Copper Hills football program. Please help us welcome warmly to the field Jimmy Hembry, Corbin Layton, and Corey Woolley to the field to accept a token of appreciation from Copper Hills football. We'd also like to thank Cafe Rio Mexican Grill for their generous donation to the Copper Hills football program. On the field, please help us welcome Chris Reading to accept a token of appreciation from Copper Hills football. Thank you, Chris. Copper Hills football would also like to thank Jesus Osorno Agency, Farmers Insurance, for their generous donation to the Copper Hills football program. We welcome Jesus Osorno himself to the field to accept a token of appreciation from Copper Hills football. And finally, we would like to thank Canyon View Credit Union for their generous donation to our football program. We welcome Jershawn Ragonza to the field to accept a token of appreciation for Copper Hills football. Thank you so much for your dedication and efforts to keep the program here at Copper Hills alive. Give it up once again for our fantastic sponsors.
Hi, I'm Chase, and this is my story.
Chase travels the country playing competitive hockey.
I can learn here. Here. I can even learn here.
Train anywhere, from the ice to the books. Utah Online School surrounds students with a team that helps them strive, grow, and compete at their highest level.
I can learn anywhere.
Built for focus, powered by support. One team, one shared goal. Visit utahonline.org today.
It's a busy morning in your house, but for you, it's just another day. You're the one who makes it all happen. The school runs, the practices, and don't forget the recitals. But one day, everything changed when a sudden accident left you injured with your vehicle wrecked. As Utah's original personal injury law firm, our team at Robert J. DeBry has the experience to get you the compensation you deserve. Not sure you have a case? Dial the number with all the 8.
Why did I choose Huntsman? To get real experience, real support, and a career focus from day one. Instead of regular classes on Fridays, we dive into workshops, build our network, and grow together. At the Huntsman School, we forge lifelong friendships, support each other through challenges, and celebrate our wins. Here, students graduate with experience and jobs waiting. We dare mighty things together. That's the Huntsman difference. Learn more at huntsman.usu.edu.
For those who run on grit, who are driven by more, who need a trailer that can keep up, make moves with Trailer Boss. Unrivaled selection, unparalleled service. No comparison. Trailer Boss. Make boss moves.
Welcome back to Copper Hills High. The teams are coming out of the locker room. The Grizzlies with a great first half. They lead 34-3. Let's revisit our Trucordia players of the game. And for Copper Hills, we put the spotlight on Logan Beck, and he has been a reliable target in this game. Scored the touchdown that made it 20-3 late in the first quarter. He's lived up to the billing.
He has, and he's been the guy that they've gone to when they've needed some conversions, and he has produced. But it's really been a group effort by this offense. I think what he's provided is he's that security blanket when they really needed something. But, you know, it has been a very impressive effort from this Copper Hills group.
Logan Beck with a touchdown, but Ishmael Duffus had the big one, the 65-yard touchdown, the last score of the first half. James Gleed scored the first touchdown. They all have multiple catches. Duffus picked up 25 yards on the 3rd and 10 on the second scoring drive. So it's been a group effort. They've used two quarterbacks, Ethan Hill, but Skylar Thomas came in, and the sophomore led a touchdown drive. You pointed out in this era, if you sit a good quarterback, he's going to go somewhere and transfer and play. So you got to find a way to use both, and they are both producing. And then the run game, Ryder Mitchell's been really good too. So it has been a group effort, but we put the spotlight on Logan Beck. He's definitely delivered. For Hunter, we put the spotlight on their sophomore running back, our Trucordia player of the game for Hunter, Ryder Paea. He's looked good at times. The problem for him has been too much penetration upfield, him getting hit in the backfield in this game too often.
Yeah, had a great strong start, had a couple really fun runs, had one where he was carrying basically the entirety of the Copper Hills defense in what looked like a loss, turned it into a 5-yard gain. But it is this Hunter offense is trying to find its identity still, and I've said that a lot on the broadcast. It's a good thing we're not playing Drink with Dunny tonight. But they are trying to figure out what it is that they can do, what they can do well. And as we started to see some movement from them in the second quarter, it was through the QB run game that they were generating yardage. So second half will be interesting, kind of two different directions for both of these teams. You know, Hunter, it's more about trying to establish and build on what you started earlier. Copper Hills, you just want to maintain. I do expect us to see a lot of Skylar Thomas here in the second half, though, for Copper Hills.
Copper Hills started the year 2-0. They're trying to get to 3-0, match their win total from last year when they went 3-8. Interestingly, though, one of their 3 wins last year, they did beat Hunter and beat them pretty soundly. Mm-hmm. And for Hunter, coming off a 5-6 year, they are 0-2, in danger here, obviously, of dropping to 0-3. And I really think the problem for them, and we've seen this, is just at the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
You know, they had a group of about a dozen guys to build offensive and defensive lines out of. They've lost 5 players, and you never know in high school who'd end up on the offense, who'd end up on the defense, and who would end up playing both ways. You do see that occasionally. Although in 5A and 6A football, we see that a lot less than we used to. But nonetheless, to lose 5 bodies out of that group is a problem. Mm-hmm. And now they're playing 3 sophomores, a couple of them on the defensive side of the ball and one of them on the offensive side of the ball. And it's been tough. And I don't know that they would have been able to handle Copper Hills anyway. Copper Hills has looked really good, but it's young. It's a group that's constantly been in flux. Offensive lines need time together. And with all these injuries, one after another, they're constantly rotating new guys into the group. And it's showing.
It is. And depth is a problem during the game, but it's also a problem during the week in practice because if you don't have 5 offensive linemen or 5 guys who can be on the offensive line, that basically wipes out your scout team. So now you're plugging in whoever you can to try and get a look. And so when the game shows up, it looks so different to those kids. I'm actually impressed that Hunter did as good a job as they did staying in it early on. But you mentioned there is a discrepancy size-wise between that Copper Hills front offensively and that Hunter defensive front. And likewise, on the flip side, that Hunter offensive line not nearly as quick to get to their spots as that Copper Hills defensive line has been, and really the entire defense.
We'll take a break. We'll be back with the third quarter kickoff next.
So now he decides to exercise. Yes, this was the best angle.
Life can get a little messy.
No way. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Best day ever.
Some taps create chaos.
No.
Tap Spend gives you 1% cash back when you spend and 2.75% APY when you don't. Tap responsibly. Visit tapbank.com.
Oh, hold up, sweetie. Hospital bills from the accident piled up and insurance company just won't pay for it. Bike's gotta go.
After a car wreck, the insurance company wants you to settle fast for less than you deserve. Don't let them.
Before you talk to the insurance company, talk to us.
Craig Swap and Associates fights to make sure you don't leave money on the table. One call, that's all.
801-444-4444.
Welcome back to Copper Hills High School. Ready for the third quarter kickoff. Copper Hills leading 34-3. Hunter will get the ball to start the third quarter here.
All right, Grizzly Nation, are you
the
ready
wind
for your second
keeps
half?
changing. Right now, I would say it's blowing from one corner of the field to the other. I would say it's coming out of the southwest to the northeast. So this kickoff should get carried into the end zone, but will be pushed from left to right towards the far sideline. Lincoln Anderson has delivered a series of touchbacks. This one will go through on one hop for a touchback on the Skin Science Institute kickoff. 1st and 10 for Hunter. It's obviously a tough night for Hunter. It looks like they're going to fall to 0-3. And they play West next week, the reigning champ in their region. There's a decent chance they will be 0-4. I think the thing for this coaching staff and the team, and I speak as someone who played on a pretty bad high school basketball team, is how do you keep your spirits up, keep the energy up, because the toughest part of Hunter's schedule is clearly the start of their schedule. And there are some winnable games as they get into region play. They still got to overcome these injuries. They got to keep getting better. But if they do, I think they're going to start picking off some victories here in the second half of the season. But if they get beaten down and they become a low-energy team that doesn't improve, then they're not going to pick up those W's. Those will go to the other schools. Here's a handoff. No, keeper. Big hole. First down. The QB run game delivering as Mungafi does take a big hit that he has largely avoided. But I don't think he got the worst of that hit, and we do have a player down for Copper Hills, and we've got a timeout on the field, and the training staff is headed out to check on him. We'll try to figure out who it is. We don't have a good angle right now. We'll take a break and be right back here at Copper Hills High School. Stay with us. Well, good news. As soon as I went to break, about a half second later, Junior Ihunu popped up. So I think he just had the air knocked out of him, and he needed a second to gather himself. He has come to the bench. He'll be out for at least a play, but he walked off under his own power. Didn't even need help getting up. Oh, there's a handoff and nothing doing for Hunter.
Guess who?
Not again. Yes, again. The captain, Darius Few, making the hit. Forward progress to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, he has figured out this run game tonight and been everywhere. You talked about it, DJ. What can Hunter do to try and keep the energy going? Well, it's pointing out the good things that they've done, right? And you saw a little bit of an opening there, and sure enough, you shut it down immediately. He has been really impressive, and you talk about a group that's trying to make waves in Region 2. He's going to be a big part of what they're trying to do here at Copper Hills.
Mugafi, quick throw to the tight end. Nathan Tiffany tries to turn upfield. He's dragged down. That's a good open field tackle right there. No gain on the play. Maybe a loss of a yard. We'll see about the spot.
Yeah, and tackling is something that I think has become a real strength across the state here. There are a lot of really good tackling defenses. Given the hierarchy of football here, not surprising.
I think that was Logan Morrell who got upfield and made that tackle.
Yep. But again, like the action there from Hunter, trying to do something different, get your playmaker the ball in space. Hopefully you make something happen. Copper Hills defense didn't do anything on it.
Loss of a yard, 3rd and 11 for the Wolverines here. Throw to the near side and somehow caught, but an immediate tackle made there. That was a really good grab by Waze there. He was under pressure, spun away. It looked like he was going to break that first tackle, but the second man in, who else? Darius Few. He's averaging 9 tackles a game, and I think he's going to get to his average here tonight.
Well, I think he's going to get his average, and also what he's going to get is the attention of a lot of people in the state for his play. He's been everywhere doing everything, and I still can't believe that Oase was able to gather that one in, had a defender all over him because it's behind the line of scrimmage. It's legal to have contact back there.
Hunter will punt the ball away on 4th and 11. And a line drive into the wind. Big hop fielded there and a chance for a return. Out to the 48-yard line. A good job on the return.
That was brought in by number 5, Becca Osmond.
Becca Osmond with a good return to set Copper Hills up, and they will take over 1st and 10. We'll keep it right here. Copper Hills with the ball. Now, if they score here, we go to a running clock. 35-point lead. That's a running clock. A 44-point lead in the 4th quarter ends the game under the new mercy rule. So 9:17 to go in the 3rd quarter. As the moon rises over the mountains, that is a beauty. Look at that.
Can't tell, is that a good moon or a bad moon rising?
Bad moon rising sounds way better. Take the poetic license. Quick throw to the near side to Beck. He's across midfield on his feet, close to a first down. Logan Beck with a nice catch and a really good run after the catch. That's why 40 times are so misleading. That was about balance. That was about toughness, running through arm tackles. They give him 9 yards, 2nd and 1. They can call anything here. quarterback keeper. And we got a flag down. Hill has the first down, but that flag suggests the outside possibility of a hold.
Yeah, the representative for the O-line union over here making the signal. He saw it as well, and I'm sorry, big number 77, you got your hands up there, but definitely a hold on that one. That one get backed up here, but you talked about Logan Beck. What I really love about him, you mentioned the yards after the catch. He's done that consistently, but it's in the variety of routes. He's running everything, right? He's running short routes, he's running side to side, but he's making things happen and catching everything. That's what you look for in a number one wide receiver at any level, but especially here in high school, is a guy who can do it in a variety of ways.
2nd and 1 becomes 2nd and 11. Hill to throw. Complete right at the 45-yard line. That is short of the first down, but James Gleed with a catch. He gets out of bounds, and that's going to bring up 3rd and short. That's a good gain. Gives them a chance. They're going to spot it at the 44, so it'll be 3rd and 1.
Yeah, this is a well-coached wide receivers group. They do a good job of securing the catch. Gleed not able to pick up the first down, but what he does is secure the ball and get 2 feet in, and that allows them to have a 3rd and short rather than 3rd and long.
3rd and 1. Ryder Mitchell's been effective running the ball. Will they give it to him? They will. He's got the first down at the 40-yard line, and he moves the chains.
He hit a big defender there, but had he been able to break that tackle, he still would be running. Maybe all the way up to the state capitol by now, and that offensive line has done a good job of opening creases for him.
1st and 10. Quick throw to the far side to Parker Beck. And he runs down inside the 35-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and short. Looks like a 6-yard gain, 2nd and 4.
A nice sustained drive here, working a variety of things. You get the handoff that one, then you go the wide receiver screen to the outside. Be curious if maybe they try to take a shot here.
2nd and 4. Mitchell picking his way forward, close to the first down, but he doesn't have it. It's going to be 3rd and 1. Pick up a 3.
Yeah, Hunter doing a little bit better job there maintaining those gaps, but this offensive line from Copper Hills is just steadily moving the ball down the field.
Handoff, Mitchell, first down. Down to the 25. They're grinding away here. Copper Hills has scored on 5 of their 6 possessions. There was a stop on downs.
The weird part about it is it's been almost exclusively explosive plays on every single drive, right? This is one of the more sustained. They had the 93-yard drive in the first half, but this one has been good.
Quick throw back to Parker Beck. Inside the 20, down to the 15, and that should be another first down. Parker Beck came into the game with 2 catches for 7 yards. He's got 2 catches on this drive.
Yeah, he's showing flashes here, and love Gleed being out there as the lead blocker downfield as well. It's a group that really does work together and trying to spring each other for big scores.
Quick throw right back to Parker Beck again, and this time no gain. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. Now he is a junior, and they do have some seniors in front of them. James Gleed's a senior. Ishmael Duffus with the 65-yard touchdown, also a senior. So there's going to be some playing time available next year. He's trying to establish himself here in the rotation and doing a nice job of it.
Yeah, for their region slate that they have ahead of them, they're going to need all these guys. It's a tough region.
Hill inside the 5, first down. That's James Gleed with a nice catch as he's hit and dropped. 1st and goal inside the 2-yard line.
Boy, what a beautiful catch and throw from Ethan Hill to Gleed, just right on the money. Gleed reels it in, tackled there at the goal line, but
1st and goal. Action marked him down at the 3. Handoff up the middle, easy touchdown into the end zone. Grant Anelli, he gets the score. The Grizzlies hit 40. It's 40-3.
That's how you finish drives, DJ. Just methodical, marched it down the field, get inside that 5-yard line and just bully guys in there. Put up the score. 40-3 pending the PAT. This Copper Hills team is really developing some confidence tonight.
Snaps down. And the kick from Lincoln Anderson is good. It is 41-3. Copper Hills with the lead. We'll be back with the Skin Science Institute kickoff right after this on KSLSports.com and the KSL Sports app.
Nobody in Utah has more Toyota trucks than Orem Toyota. With multiple Toyota locations, we simply carry more trucks than anyone. And every single one comes with one simple promise. The price you see online is the price you pay. That's our full offering price with every dealer add-on and a $499 dock fee included. You only add tax, title, and registration. No games, no gimmicks, and no surprises. Orem Toyota, you lead the way. Shop every truck online today at oremtoyota.com.
Welcome back to Copper Hills High School. Not quite, but almost a full moon over the field. The Copper Hills Grizzlies are on their way to a perfect 3-0 start, and matching last year's win total, 41-3. In the second half, once there's a 35-point margin or larger, we'll go to running clock, so the time is really going to start flying by now. Lincoln Anderson's kickoff won't make it to the end zone. Fielded at the 2-yard line, and we will have a return there by a ways, and he is out across the 20-yard line. Mostly touchbacks, but that Skin Science Institute kickoff returned out to the 22-yard line.
Yeah, nice little return there. He shows some wiggle. Again, usually with programs like this, it's not so much about the athletes as it is the mentality, and I think we talked about it. What can Hunter do to carry some positivity forward? There's a play right there. Nice little return. We'll see what the offense can do. It's been mostly big gains in the QB run game, a lot of gap scheme stuff.
It's a first down for the Wolverines.
Copper Hills defense has given up only 10 points through the first 3 games. Interesting to see if Hunter can put something together here on this second possession of the third quarter. And no, they try to run wide around him, and that is not working. Ryan Paz dropped.
I'm chuckling to myself because who else is in the backfield but number 0?
He's getting upfield all night, and he's doing it again. Darius Few racking up those tackles for loss.
And it's really, this Copper Hills defense has done a great job all night and all season long. You mentioned only allowing 10 points up to this point, and they've played some opponents that they've been able to flex their muscles against.
Oh yeah, picking up a couple yards. Tough run in there.
And really, I think where you're seeing the lack of depth on the offense and defensive lines is inability to get anything going in the passing game. I don't want to throw against this Copper Hills defense. They are lightning quick. We've seen Fue fly upfield, and that's really where the catastrophes can happen. But at some point in time, you're going to have to take a shot in some way, shape, or form. I think that's what they're going to have to do here. I don't know very many run plays that you can design to get 15 yards.
Good news, it's only 3rd and 13.
Well, there you go.
So
again, I leave the math up to you on the broadcast.
Totally different list on the play call sheet, right?
2 yards changes everything.
And there's the shot downfield you were calling for. Oh, that needs a flag. Yeah. There's a clear jersey pull on a ways. No flag. I am surprised by that. I thought that was a pretty clear hold.
But the rules are different, too, at the high school level to where an uncatchable ball is not as big a factor.
But it's
right?
uncatchable because you can't run fast because you're holding onto your jersey. You got to allow to that. You got to factor that in. That's why it's a judgment call.
There's an alternative to that. It's called defensive holding.
No, there's that.
Yeah.
You're right, yeah.
So
clock moving, 3:45 to go in the quarter. Hunter's going to punt it away, and we should mention, get to the fourth quarter, and it's a 44-point margin. The game is over. A touchdown would get us that margin. And that kick is fair caught at the 49-yard line. And so Copper Hills is going to have a short field and a chance to extend their lead. Let's take a break for 30 seconds. You're watching high school football on KSLSports.com and the KSL Sports app. Welcome back, 1st and 10, and hey, it's Hunter playing in the defensive backfield as they drop Ryder Mitchell for a loss. It looked like Ross getting upfield there and making that hit.
Looked like he had some help there from Rodney Lotomau.
Yeah,
as
you're right.
well. Good to see that from this Hunter defense. Not surprisingly, Coach Tatioli, coached with him before. He's a hard-nosed guy. He's going to keep those guys up.
Second at 13. They're going deep, complete, and again it's Ishmael Duffus. First and goal.
Some things you just can't scheme for, and Ishmael Duffus is one of those guys. Done a great job tonight with the 9 route. But really, it's the accuracy on the throw. Just drops it right in the basket there. And like you said, DJ, one more score for this Copper Hills Grizzlies team to put the nail in the coffin.
That's a 44-yard gain. So Duffus over 100 yards receiving on 2 catches. That one in the 65-yard touchdown. And now running up the middle, picking his way, spinning. The quarterback, Ethan Hill, to the goal line, and he's in. Touchdown, Copper Hills.
Gutty, gritty, fighting effort there as the quarterback drives the defense into the end zone. Gets the rushing TD. Just an outstanding performance from Ethan Hill tonight in this Copper Hills Grizzlies group. And that may be the finishing move for the evening.
47-3. There's the 44-point lead that it takes for a mercy roll in the 4th quarter, and there's only a minute and a half to go in the 3rd. And the clock's running because the lead's over 35 in the 2nd half. So probably going to have a couple of plays left in this game unless Hunter does something dramatic. Lincoln Anderson makes another extra point. And the Grizzlies lead 48-3. We'll take a break. This is KSLSports.com and the KSL Sports app.
Come on over here, get closer. Let me show you these trailers we got. Big dump, small dump, get the gooseneck. Loaded up with an ATV trailer. Flatbed, aluminum. Tilt trailers, come check out these trailers.
Welcome back to Copper Hills High. Our ticker brought to you by Huntsman School of Business at Utah State University. Weaver's dominating Roy 33-14. Almost to halftime. Mountain Ridge up 21-0 on Davis, 3rd quarter. And Bear River beat Thunder Ridge, Idaho, 49-35 up in Pocatello. There's our Skin Science Institute kickoff. And Lincoln Anderson with another touchback, 39.3 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. It's a 45-point lead for the Grizzlies, so Hunter needs to score in 39.3 seconds or this game is going to be over and we're not going to have a 4th quarter.
Yeah, and with the running clock, play will only stop with a timeout.
2 plays unless they use their timeouts.
Correct.
To extend the game.
So tall task here for the Hunter Wolverines, likely going to see the end of it. And tell you what, this is a well-earned victory for this Copper Hills Grizzlies squad. They have been impressive throughout. Led start to finish, really set the tone early on. See if Hunter can maybe make something happen in here, but I'm not putting any Skittles on this one.
In 3 games, Copper Hills is outscoring their opponents 132-10. There's a quick throw, almost hauled in, incomplete though. Nearly a one-handed grab right there. And we got a timeout. Got a timeout. We'll take a break. You're watching high school football on KSL Sports and KSLSports.com.
Where life grows, home begins. Bank of Utah.
Welcome back. Hunter taking a timeout after Ashton Arpero almost made a fantastic one-handed catch there. 19 and a half seconds left in the third quarter. Hunter needs a big play in the next 19 and a half seconds to extend this game. Mugafi to throw. Over the middle, incomplete, intended for Andrew Gomez through his arms. Clock running, 12 seconds. 11, 10, are they going to take a timeout? Yes, they are. We will keep it right here. A couple things about these teams going forward. We mentioned Hunter next week. They host West. That's a big ask.
Yep.
West is really good. They won the region last year, went to the state semifinals. Hunter might be looking at 0-4. But then Hillcrest at home, at West Jordan, home to Kearns and Granger, at Cypress and Taylorsville. I think there could be 3 or 4 wins in there for them.
For sure. Hillcrest is going to be a tough one. Kevon Hunter, a really talented quarterback out there. But I do think that you made the point earlier, the bulk of their the difficult part of their schedule is over after West next week.
Copper Hills has Layton and then Mountain Ridge into region play with a massive game. Mountain Ridge and Harriman figure to be 1-2, that when those two meet, that's probably for the region title. But third place behind that wide open, and maybe there's an upset. Maybe somebody breaks through, and maybe it's Copper Hills. We're going to throw again, and that ball overthrown, incomplete. And that is the end of the third quarter, and that'll be the end of the game. The mercy rule kicks in, fourth quarter. It's a 45-point lead for the Grizzlies. The mercy rule kicks in at 44, and this one's over. The Copper Hills Grizzlies beat the Hunter Wolverines 48-3, our final score tonight.
Fantastic effort from the Copper Hills Grizzlies, start to finish, controlled everything, line of scrimmage, possession, turnover battle, all of it. Just a nearly flawless win for Coach Matthews and his squad. And this team is off to a fantastic start, already tying their win total. Have to believe there are more to come.
Team shaking hands. The confetti cannon has been sent off by the Copper Hills student section, and the fans are filing out here as this one comes to a close. It has been a great month of August for the Copper Hills Grizzlies. They get off to a perfect 3-0 start, and now the question, can they keep it rolling in September?
Yeah, and it's, you mentioned it, the hard stuff starts in 2 weeks. Layton's going to be a good challenge, I think a good test, but going into region play, third place is definitely up for grabs, and maybe second. I don't know that anybody
can handle Mountain Ridge and Harriman?
Yeah, I never want to bury kids early on, right? But those are two really talented football teams, and you saw what Harriman did against Stansbury, snatching the late victory.
Copper Hills has been open 31 years, and they have had a couple of good teams over the years, but James Edward in his preseason preview in the Deseret News does the all-time record for every school. Copper Hills basically averaged 2 wins a season. So for those years where they did stack up 4, 5, 6, 7 wins, whatever, that tells you there's been some zeros and ones to get that average back to 2.
Yeah.
So this is something for Copper Hills. 3-8 last year, but now off to a perfect 3-0 start.
Well, and you can feel the energy here tonight. The student section's still here cheering it on. They were chanting Darius Matthews' name at one point during the game. I think the school has taken it personally that they've been so down in football, and this is a group that's really worked hard over the summer to try and build it back up, and starting to see the results.
A lot of it comes to, can you keep your kids home? And over time, a lot of kids who've grown up in the Copper Hills boundaries have gone off to play somewhere else, famously at Bingham when the school was much younger and Bingham was on a great run. But it's not just Bingham, and I'm sure you can go down the roster the way open enrollment works. You can probably find Copper Hills kids in previous years at 3, 4, 5 schools. So keeping the kids at home, getting some enthusiasm and energy, getting a bond, not only with each other but with the coaching staff, that's a big part of winning. And they're not alone. I mean, Hunter's felt the same thing over the years, and has, you know, had some key players move on and go to other schools as well.
It is a tough job for these coaches because not only are you trying to build culture within your program, but you're also trying to defend your players, and exactly what you talked about. It's not that far a drive to go to Harriman or Mountain Ridge, and I'm not saying that those schools recruit by any means, but what I am saying is that kids can make decisions. And,
oh, yeah.
You know,
well, they know who's winning and who's losing.
Yeah, it's
and there's no
not
doubt
hard to
about
figure
that.
it out.
And the coaches don't have to recruit because the parents do.
Yep.
The parents are all talking, where are you going? Where are you going?
Yeah.
Right?
And like you said, everybody knows who wins.
Yep.
Everybody can check the scores in the win column. And, you know, and so a lot of what you do with all this player movement is if you win games, you are going to attract eyes. So I think that's part of what Copper Hills is doing is they're attracting their own eyeballs from within their program of guys who want to stay here, want to build something. And, you know, you see it plastered all over the place here. Change the narrative. They're starting to do just that.
All right, well, this one is over. You can check out some of the other games that are still going on the KSL Sports app and KSLSports.com. You can check in on that Weber-Roy game with Weber up 33-14 in that game, well behind this one because they had a long injury delay in that game. So you can check that out, and Mountain Ridge and Davis as well. That'll do it for us. Brian, great talking with you again. We'll see you again down the road this season.
Always a pleasure to be here. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
All right. Thanks to the whole crew, the people putting this together. Our producer, director extraordinaire, Trevor Allen, switching cameras. Tino over there, making sure you get all the good shots. Thanks for joining us here tonight. That'll do it from Copper Hills, where the Grizzlies win 48-3 over Hunter. We'll see you again. Full slate of games tomorrow night. I'll be over at Highland High tomorrow night. So check out a full slate of games, more than a dozen games available here on KSLSports.com and the KSL Sports app.